I bought a new guitar. Hi guys, it's Sam and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, then welcome to the chaos. I do all things music later on here, from audio engineering style content to production and songwriting challenges to just talking about music or musician life, or in this case, talking about how I bought myself a new present. So, the context for today's video before we carry on is that I bought a new electric guitar, and that it's very beautiful and I wanted to show it off. It's a new gear day. New gear day! Although it's not really a new gear day today because I bought this a few days ago. It's just this is the first time I've really had a chance to actually sit down and play with my new guitar properly since I got it. The extra context for this video is that this guitar is a reward to me to celebrate the fact that I have actually been practicing guitar properly, because I am a full-time musician. I gig loads, but I mostly play acoustic guitar, and what I mostly do is I strum chords on that acoustic guitar, because when you're a complete solo musician, chords are kind of your best friend. So I have always been relatively lazy with my guitar practice. I wasn't really that focused on actually playing the guitar the way that that instrument really is meant to be played to reach its best potential. Like, literally, I learnt my first 4 chords at 14 and I wrote my first song. A few years ago, I decided, you know what, I'm going to try and actually do some guitar practice. And having made that decision, I then failed miserably at actually doing regular guitar practice. And over the past 2 years, like, I made it sort of last year's January time, you know, when you're doing all your New Year's resolution stuff, the main goal I sort of set myself was for the year was that I was going to manage to practice just guitar at least 3 times a week. And I managed that. And so now I try to do just guitar practice, even if it's literally just 10 minutes of some quick exercises every single day. And I don't manage it every single day, but I manage it now regularly enough that I can actually play some little bits on guitar. Like, I feel like I can actually say I can play this instrument now. I can't play it anywhere near as well as a lot of people I know who are great guitarists. I feel like by the end of this year, if I keep at it the way I've been, I'll actually be able to, like, go to a jam session and pick up a guitar and noodle along with people and not be embarrassed. Anyway, at the moment, I'm in the phase where I can play it now well enough where I can write some little parts properly, and I can actually, if I practice them loads, I can play those parts on my own track. So I can write my own guitar parts and play my own guitar parts now, which means from now on, I probably won't hire people to do guitar on my stuff, because then I'll just get lazy again and I'll stop practicing as much and I'll just let them do all the cool stuff. I have an electric guitar already, named Ed. I got that guitar when I was like 18, 19, and I just ordered one of the cheapest electric guitars basically I could find, because I thought I need to practice on electric guitar, because if you're only ever practicing on acoustic guitar, you are going to end up somewhat limited in things. Like, there are certain songs and genres and stuff and styles of playing that are much more aimed at electric guitar and others that are much more aimed at acoustic guitar. I never really fell in love with that electric guitar, and I feel bad for Ed. He was never the right guitar for me. So I decided that if I stuck at my practice and I saw actual improvement in my guitar skills, that by the time I was looking at doing my next batch of releases and recording some more electric guitar, I would treat myself to a new guitar that actually I felt suited my tone better. And so meet the as-yet-to-be-named new guitar. Now, I could be lazy and just name her Lucille, because she is a B.B. King Lucille. So named because it's based on the guitar that B.B. King used to play, which is cool. I don't really care so much about things like that, like this is based on such and such a person's guitar, ooh, stuff. I fell in love with this guitar for very specific reasons, right? I went into the guitar shop and I fully expected to be leaving with a Gretsch, because having explored guitars a bit more and looked at what other people were playing that I enjoyed the tone of most when it came to electric guitar, I thought that I'd be picking up a Gretsch, because I know I've always loved hollow bodies, probably because I started on acoustic, but I've always really loved the sound of a Gretsch. I've seen a few people play a Gretsch live and the tones were really beautiful, and I went to this used guitar shop because I knew that they had a few different Gretsch models that I was maybe looking at. I tried out a couple of Gretches. The first one I actually tried was a Gretsch, and my main complaint about that guitar was that it just sounded too close to what an acoustic guitar sounds like plugged in. Then I tried another Gretsch, and I can't remember which model the first one was, but the second one was one of their, I'm going to say Steamliner, and now I think it might be Streamliner. It is Streamliner, isn't it? Or is it Steamliner? Anyway, I tried that Gretsch, and that I was liking quite a bit, and I thought that was going to be the guitar I left the shop with. But the guy in the shop suggested I try this one. And so I picked her up and I tried her, and I didn't expect to fall in love with her. I thought, this is probably going to be a really lovely guitar. It's probably going to be a gorgeous guitar. It's probably not going to be so gorgeous that I'm willing to spend the £200 more that this guitar is going to cost than the other one I'm looking at, you know? And then I played her. And the thing is that there are a few of the beautiful tones that this guitar can do that the Gretsch could do. This could do so much more. Like, every time I thought I'd found every single tone and sound I could get out of this guitar, I messed around with the settings and I found that actually there was another one. But there was just something very satisfying about the fact that when I heard this clean in various different tones, it was gorgeous. And then also when I ramped up the distortion, it sounded really cool. She suits everything. And we all know me. If I can, I like to get something that can do a lot of variety, so long as they still do at least one of those things very well. That there are particular clean tones in here that are just absolutely perfect for me. This guitar is not going to be done justice by me. I wanted to have a play with it. Don't let my mediocre playing of it in these demonstrations I put in this video make you think that this is not a gorgeous... I mean, hopefully you can hear past my mediocre playing. Every now and then I hit a few good notes and you can really hear how beautiful she is. First things first, let's tune. So we've got dials for the different pickups. We've got the pickup switch to switch between the different pickups. Then we've also got this dial over here that goes between these different tonal settings. So this is the dial on one, pickup switch in the middle, so we've got both pickups. Then pickup switch up. And down. And this is 2. With it up. With it down. 3. With it up. With it down. 4. With it up. With it down. 5. With it up. With it down. And finally, 6. With it up. With it down. So I just want to do that quickly with the clean DI signal, just to show you guys that that's the vast range of tone that the guitar itself can do. Now, we'll hear that much better if I put this through any sort of amp. So obviously, the kind of amp is going to change the tone massively as well. But already, there's so many different tones there that we can play with. So I'm just going to have a little mess around now with some different... I'm going to play some things in some different settings and we'll have a little fun listen to that. I think that's actually going to sound pretty good on that. That's the song I wanted to actually test out on this. So I just made use the excuse of this video to do that. Bored of that amp now. I mean, I was only supposed to be doing a quick demonstration and I've just sat there for an hour playing. So I think it's pretty safe to say that I am not gonna be as lax with my electric guitar practice now that I have this guitar. And the main reason I wanted to get a new guitar was I knew that if I got an electric guitar I really loved, I would play it more. Like, that is part of the key, isn't it? Like, a big thing that actually makes you practice and get better at any instrument, at anything, is how much you love what you're doing and how much you love the tools you're using. Because, you know, getting my little Taylor, actually, I love my Fender again, I adore my Fender, but getting my Taylor allowed me to try something new even with acoustic guitar stuff. Which actually leads me on to a couple of the other things I really love about this guitar, other than just the way it sounds. I've compared the size of the neck on this guitar to my acoustics and my electric in terms of, I'm not talking about this way, because obviously this way, this is thinner than my acoustic guitars. Although not by that much, it's quite a thick neck, that. But the big thing is this way. It's the same as on my acoustics, and it's quite a noticeable difference between my other electric and my acoustics. There was about that much, you know, not quite a centimetre, but almost a centimetre of difference in the width across. And I always did think, God, it's really hard for me to play. Like, it feels like the strings are way too close together on this guitar, and I don't know how to put my fingers in the right places. And it's because it was literally way thinner and the strings were way closer together than they are on my acoustics. Because I got so used to doing everything on acoustic, when I would then switch to electric and try and practice on that, it was just too different from what I'd gotten used to, and it was like learning to play guitar all over again. Whereas this is, because it's because the width is the same as on my acoustics, I could pick this up and start playing it, and it didn't feel like I had to do an hour of getting used to how it felt in my hands before I started, you know, screwing up just my normal amount. It was actually quite embarrassing trying to try it out in the shop, because I did want to try it out properly, but also, like, I'm very aware of the fact that I am not good at improvising. It sits kind of like my acoustics do here as well, so it was a lot easier to get used to when my arm, whereas, you know, a lot of electric guitars, they're so much smaller, and I end up having to get reused to, like, where everything is here as well. And then there's the fact that she's gorgeous. I mean, that always helps, doesn't it? The one thing that isn't beautiful about her is that her previous owner obviously decided to, remove the pick guard that would have been here. Apparently people do that as a stylistic choice. I don't know why you would personally. Like, I feel gonna, like, get a guitar that doesn't have a pick guard on then, because if you take the pick guard off, you've got a hole that's just left behind. So at some point, I'm probably going to try and find a pick guard for this guitar and put it back on. Because I don't really care about her having a pick guard or not. I think she looks pretty like that, but I think she'd also look perfectly pretty with the pick guard. What I don't think looks pretty is that there's a little hole there. Now, you guys probably can't see that well, but, like, I know it's there now and I can't stop looking at it. Anyway, I just wanted to show off my new guitar. Tell me how pretty she is in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, then you might enjoy my content on this channel in general, in which case you might want to hit that subscribe button. But I know that's a big decision to make, so you may want to check out another video before you do so. There'll be something recommended for you on the end screen. If you want to follow me on all my socials and see when I inevitably end up posting more videos of me playing guitar, because now I have a funky, cool guitar to play, those are linked in the description below as well. There's also a link down there to my Buy Me a Coffee, where you can support me with money if you want to. You can send one-off donations on there, or there are memberships that you can join, where for a fee you get extra behind the scenes content, which is a lot of outtakes videos from these videos because I am chaotic. There are also links down there to my artist socials and where you can stream my music, because if you're listening to the song at the end of this video, then that's my latest single. It's out now, you can stream it, all that is in the description. I shall see you guys next time with another fun music related video of some sort. Bye!